Pathankot, who say at this stage that 15 kilometers away from where this friend of mine has an orchard, there is the Mamoon cantonment of the Indian Army. In that broad area, there are fireballs in the sky and non-stop explosions which can be heard at this stage. We're trying to source footage as well. So these have actually stretched a far way. There are, there would be dozens of drones in the air, possibly missiles as well. There's also heavy shelling which is taking place. India's air defense system has been entirely activated. That same air defense system had soaked up hundreds possibly of Pakistani drones throughout the day, when at least 15 targets stretching all the way from Jammu and Kashmir down to even parts of Gujarat the Pakistanis were attempting to hit them. There are surface-to-air missiles which were used to carry out interceptions. There was anti-aircraft gunfire which was used as well. Let me go back to Shiv Arur, who's also with us. Shiv, this footage is very, very clear, very, very vivid. We've got our reporters fanned out across the area, and it appears to be a saturation attack, once again targeting several areas. What are you hearing?
Vishnu, I'm hearing that you're right. This is looks like some kind of a saturation attack where Pakistan has used slow-moving, loitering munitions or attack drones of some kind, to try and overwhelm Indian air defenses. They've tried to recalibrate perhaps and use more projectiles than they tried yesterday because, as the Indian government had announced today, all of those projectiles had been successfully intercepted with not a single one of them hitting their intended targets. This time maybe they tried, a fresh strategy and used more projectiles to try and overwhelm or saturate Indian air defenses. At least from the pictures that you and I are looking at, Vishnu, it doesn't look like they've been successful for the second time either. It looks like every one of those munitions coming in from Pakistan has been intercepted in the air. We don't have eyes just yet on a similar series of interceptions over Pathankot, some Riyasi and other places. But as you well know, Vishnu, all of these places do have significant military establishments. They have airfields as well. And this constitutes an enormous escalation by Pakistan, because this is basically the second time that country is attempting to hit both Jammu and Pathankot, and probably some of the other places in the north and the northwest. That information is still coming in because it's an evolving situation. But for now, first images, probably milestone images. I've never seen anything of this kind before. We're probably used to seeing this kind of thing in Israel, Vishnu, but for the first time, a visual representation really of what the Indian integrated air defense system looks like when it's intercepting incoming enemy projectiles.
I'm looking at that myself. Our colleague Nazir Masoodi has just sent in some new footage which we're going to have up on our screens within moments, and that appears to show either incoming drones and what appears to be surface-to-air missiles being fired. This would be in the larger Jammu area. It is extraordinary what is taking place right now, but at this stage I think it's important to report to our viewers that while it is still early, we can say that there are reports of successful interceptions having been carried out by the integrated Indian air defenses. What are the integrated Indian air defenses? Surface-to-air missile units, anti-drone devices which jam drones. We've got anti-aircraft artillery also which is firing at this stage. You can certainly bet that the Indian Air Force is fully deployed and operational across the international border, on our side of the international border, covering the international border and the line of control. We have seen fierce air duels over the last couple of days as well, so that's something that we need to keep our minds on. But Pakistan reacting late tonight after incredibly successful Indian missile and drone attacks. We've got that fresh footage I was talking about on the left-hand side of your screen. It is you can see a white dot every now and again, and that white dot, or white to red, is of an incoming drone, as I understand it. So that's it was there briefly on your screen, as you can see. So these it's unclear at this stage whether these are interceptors going up, but I would suggest that these are perhaps incoming drones to India at this stage, which would be taken out. Let me go across to Ghazali at this stage. Ghazali, for the benefit of our viewers, tell us what exactly is happening where you are. All right, we don't have Ghazali at this moment. Nazir, go ahead, tell us, what is it that you have with us?
Well, as I said, it is blackout in most parts of Jammu and Kashmir, particularly border areas of Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu appears to be under attack. Jammu airfield has been, they have tried to target it, but air defense system is completely activated. Many of the, attempts and attack objects have been fired, whether these are missiles or drones. And it is, as I said earlier, it is a chaotic situation in Jammu and also along the line of control and international border. It appears Pakistan is trying to, what their Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif had said, that they will avenge the attacks. They are trying to do that and targeting Jammu and Kashmir once again. We have seen because of their massive artillery shelling, large number of people lost their homes and were displaced because of the shelling, and they have been kept in different, centers by the administration. But right now in Jammu city, all again, it is complete blackout. As you can see, these objects flying, it appears to be, they are either, these missiles or drones which Pakistan is firing towards this, but air defense system is effectively neutralizing most of the attacks. We would know it would take a while because there has not been any information from the authorities so far, because suddenly there were, sirens sounded, followed by blackout, and then these attacks started, and there's heavy shelling. When I say heavy artillery shelling going on in Samba sector and also in Poonch and other areas of line of control. There were sirens in Kupara town as well, but fortunately there has not been any report of any attack so far, at least to my information so far, and the officials have not given any information or confirmation except what we heard here, sirens and people rushing back to their homes and wherever they are, shopkeepers shutting their shops. Yesterday it was at Kupara town, was ghost town. Almost all the shops were closed, but during the night there was relative calm and people tried to start their...
All right, hold on for a second. We've got Ghazali with us as well. Ghazali, what are you hearing? What are you being told?
I'm being told what we are picking up is that attacks have happened near Pathankot Air Base as well. It's near Rajouri as well, Samba, Rajouri, Riasi. These are the areas where the attacks have happened. In Akhnur, there is complete blackout in Rajouri as well. All the hotels and other houses have been asked to turn off their lights. People have been asked not to go on the rooftop. Everybody is now leaving the street here. I'll just ask my camera person to show that people are now just heading towards their home. Just a few minutes ago, there was a small gathering here, but now people are just leaving. They're all leaving towards their residences. Right behind me, we have not heard anything, but what we are picking from local residents here, that explosions have been heard in the nearby areas in Rajouri as well.
All right. Did you personally see anything or hear anything?
No, not yet, Vishnu. No explosion has been heard here,
Okay.
right in the Rajouri sector. But there, locals are
it is a
claiming
large
that some
sector. It would
explosions
be
have been
elsewhere,
heard
and
a few
we've got this
kilometers away
footage
from the
up on the screen. So I'm just trying to compile some of these areas. Bring Shiv back on in a second. Arispura, Samba, Arnya, Akhnur, Pathankot further south, Rajouri, Riasi. These are the areas that we know where these attacks have come in. Many of these have important military installations. We do know that Pakistan has been attempting to hit military installations. India, remember, earlier in the day, took out a Pakistani surface-to-air missile system in Lahore itself. They would perhaps be trying to sort of get in over here and make strikes on Indian military facilities. That would be entirely expected. We've got a sizable air defense. It's one of the most comprehensive air defense grids in the world, and therefore they are fully tuned to detecting and intercepting all of this that's taking place. The worry, of course, are so-called leakers, drones or missiles which actually do penetrate our defenses. Given the number of drones, given the number of missiles which may be fired, that is a real possibility, but we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. What we do know, and this is limited information at this stage, is that Any Indian air defense is fully activated. It is an integrated air defense. By integrated air defense, what exactly do we mean? We've got various assets, including ground-based radars, air-based radars. We've got radars with the army as well. It is an internet. It is an interconnected digital network, also using satellite assets and other assets, airborne early warning aircraft, to actually detect incoming threats. If they're fighter aircraft in the air as well, they can use their own radars to detect incoming threats. These threats would then be prioritized, and they would be digitally assigned to different surface-to-air missile units or different assets which can actually target them. We don't necessarily have to intercept these using surface-to-air missiles. These can also be jammed. There is a system of denying drones access. That is something which has also been integrated to a large extent, as I understand it. So all of these assets will be used. And it's not just missiles and jamming which is used to take down drones. It's also anti-aircraft fire. These are often radar-guided as well, to ensure that there is, it is accurate. Let me just go back to Shiv for a moment. All right, we don't have Shiv just yet. Let me go across.